Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have a really cute fall project. You can use this for anything, but I did it for fall because yeah, I'm so ready for fall. So I am sharing this little mug that I created, and I'm using the Better Than Autumn set for the little cup and for the sentiment and even for the little leaf that is up at the top. And I just put a bag of candy in here, but I did find some fall candy that I had from last year, so I'm going to use that in the next one. This one is crushed curry. I'm going to make a Cajun craze one this time, and I am going to double up the handle because I want the handle where you can actually, you can hold this, but it's not real sturdy. And I wanted a little bit stronger one, so I'm going to double up on this, and I'll show you how I did that. But this is what I'm sharing today. All right, for those of you who are new, my name is Angie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I post on Tuesdays and Sundays. Today is usually a little bit more advanced. Tuesdays I do quick and easy. Anybody from beginner to advanced can make this project. It's very easy. If you are new, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and please share. And there is also an inspiration sheet on my blog for every project I do, and it has all the measurements and the supplies needed. I'll mention the supplies in here, but I'm not always going to show them. The stamp set in the bundle that I'm using is More Than Autumn, and I am using the stylish shapes, which you all know I love stylish shapes, and I use them probably in just about every project. So you're going to need a piece of Cajun craze. This is for the box part. It's 9.5 by 4. You need 2 pieces, and this is for the handle, and these are 2 by 2 3/8. This is for the sentiment, and this piece is 1/2 by 2 3/4. And then you need 5 pieces that are 1 3/8 by 2 3/8, and 2 pieces that are 5/8 by 2 3/8. And this is just for our matting pieces. All right, first thing we're going to do is stamp. So you do also need a piece of basic white. I'm using the thick. I always use the thick. And my Stampin' Up! Matte, because these are photopolymer and they work better if you have the matte. It'll stamp really clear. And also, you can condition your stamps. For those of you who have been asking about conditioning your stamps, I use the mono eraser, but you have to make sure that you get the plastic eraser. So it's the mono plastic eraser. I'll link these in the description where you can get them. And yeah, I'm using these, and this is what I use, and you just rub it all over the stamp. I'll just show you how I do it. And I've showed this before, but some people have asked about it, so I am going to show you again. And then I just use a soft cloth, and I usually use a microfiber cloth, and you want to clean that really good. Sometimes if you want, you can still see it. You can run it under a little bit of water and then clean it, but it really helps to condition your stamps, and you should always do that with photopolymer. All right, so we are going to start with some Memento Black because I'm using my Ohuhu markers to color this. Surprise. I know y'all know I use these markers a lot. I love these markers. So we are going to do the cup, and we are going to do the little whipped cream at the top. And let's go ahead and stamp the sentiment. So I'm going to stamp that. And it's Nothing's Better Than. And then we're going to stamp the fall on the mug. So let's scoot this forward so I can see what I'm doing here. And then that is all we're going to stamp. Okay, so I am going to color the cup, and you can color this any way you want, and you can use it. You can make it hot cocoa. The sentiments in here are really cute. Let me grab it really quick because I just really need to show you this because it's one of my favorite stamp sets. So this is the stamp set here, but you can see there's autumn, apple, fall. There's so much on here you can use. But we are using the fall today, and I'm going to color it with the YR5 and E060. So I got to make sure which one. This is the lighter one. And we are going to, let's do the darker first. I like to do the darker here. And I'm just coloring this. Very simple. I'm just coloring it to match the cardstock. Alright, and we're going to use the lighter color in the middle. Oops, got to use this one. Oh, I think I did it the opposite, y'all. Let me just color this. I'm gonna color this all, and then I'll do the darker on the end. I thought that was the lighter. Yeah, this is the darker one. So I'm just going to take that and darken the sides because I colored it backwards. And then I'll just go over that a little bit just to blend it. Alright, and then we're just going to use, I always use these for like anything that's white, and it's CG200 and CG20. Wait a minute, these are two different ones. Oh, they're both cool gray. One's cool gray 0, one's cool gray 2. Alright, I didn't realize that. So we're just going to give it some shadow so it looks like it could be whipped cream. You don't have to do a lot on this. And then I'm going to do this other one. I just kind of go underneath just to give it a little bit of dimension. And that's going to be it. Alright, I'm going to run these through with my dies, by the way, y'all. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. I showed this in one of the other videos. But this little magnetic thing, you are never going to lose your dies again. I have it linked in the description. It's really, really good. And it has saved me. I don't know how many dies I have lost, y'all, but this thing has really, I didn't even know it existed. So to me, it's new. I don't know how long it's been around. But yeah, I just grab them off here when I'm working. I put them on there so I don't lose them. These are all the dies I'm using for this project. So we are going to run this through. I'm going to have to bring the cut and emboss over here. I'll try to bring my mini over and show you how to cut the handle. But we need to score it first. So let me run these through and I'll be right back. Okay, so there's our little mug. Let's scoot this out of the way. That one we'll put aside. And we'll put this together. I'm just going to use some wet glue on this. So I'm just going to put it right at the very top here. And then we're going to add our little whipped cream. These are such cute little mugs, and I love this bundle. It's so cute. And this is not a new one. We've had this one last year. Alright, so there's our little cup right there. I'm going to use my little punch here, my little 1/8 inch, and I'm gonna go ahead and punch a hole there. And then we're going to do it in this one too. And if you want, I find it's easier to attach it if you take these corners off. The corners don't get in the way. Alright, so those are ready to go. I have my little leaf right here ready to go. And what I did with this one to make it solid, I just placed it on here and I glued it down. Let's just go ahead and do it. I just glue it down. And I'm going to cut around it. On the other one I used the Cajun Craze for that because I didn't want them both to be the same color. So then I just cut around this. Okay, so our little leaf is ready to go. Y'all tell me how the lighting is. I got some new lighting and I'm hoping that it is gonna work for this. Because, yeah, I have to keep the window closed because it's been so hot. So I'm hoping that this is good. So let me know in the comments if it looks good to you. All right, so now we are going to grab our scoring tool and we're going to score the box. And we're going to score the little part for the handle. All right, so for the handle part, these are 2 by 2 3/8. So you are going to just score it on the 2-inch side. You're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. So do them both. And when you run them through, you want to run them through separate. You can run them together, but they're not going to line up as well. So run them separately, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so on this one, on the 9.5-inch side, you're going to score it at 1/2. I didn't wax this, y'all. Whenever I do that, don't wax it. I always go off. Luckily, that's the glue tab. So do it 1/2, 2, 2, 3.5, 5, 6.5, and 8. And then when you turn it and the 4-inch side, you're going to score it at 2.5. And that is it. All right, this is another reason I love this flat-edged bone folder. This is a Teflon bone folder because I can go on this side and I just push that one area, and that is the bottom of the box, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so now we're ready to cut. So we are going to cut this bottom part here off. This end 1/2 inch is going to be our glue tab. And then cut down each one of these. And I'm going to show you how I normally cut it, and then I go to each side of that score mark. But you can make it quicker by just cutting a little bit from each side of that score mark. Instead of just cutting down the center, it just makes it one less step to do. Normally I just cut down and then cut the sides, but I'm finding this is a lot easier just to cut on each side of that score mark a little bit. And then on the end, you're just going to cut a little bit here. So this is a really easy box to do. You can be a beginner and do this. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to sharpen our score marks. And we are going to add some adhesive to this glue tab right here. So let's add our glue to our glue tab. I'm going to use some CL Plus here. And you are going to line these edges up here. So can you see how it's already coming together? On the bottom ones, I'm going to put adhesive on just the 3 here on this one side. And then we are going to line this up. Now this is important how you line this up. This is like the other box I showed you. You want to make sure that 5-sided pentagon box I made, you want to make sure these line up nice. So your box is, oh, I guess I need it on this one. I need it on the other ones here. So we'll put some here and here, and we're gonna use something else on the bottom here. So there's our little mug. And then what you're gonna do is I cut 2 out of those stylish shapes. One here is 2 1/4 inches, and then this one is 2 1/2 inches. This is going to go on the inside of your box. I'm going to use wet glue for this. It just seems to be a lot easier. So this is going to go on the inside here, and it'll fit down there really nicely. And I was going to put that on the outside, but it hangs over a little bit, so I took the smaller one, and we're going to just put this on the bottom. If you have a circle that's in between, you can use that. But the other one was a little bit too big, but it still makes it look nicer on the bottom. All right, now I need to show you how to do the handle. So we scored these at 3/4 inches. And I took these two of the stylish shapes. Let me tell you the sizes. One is 1 3/4 and the other one is 1 inch. This is the 1 inch, 1 3/4. And I put them inside and I tried to make them as even as possible. Let me grab my mini cut and emboss here. And we'll open this little cutie up. And I always use my number 1, and I use 1, 4, and then I use the 2. So what you're going to do here is you are going to line this up to the top here on the side, not the 1/2 inch side, but on the bigger side. And you're going to set it down. We are going to partial cut. The 3/4 inch line is right here. So you're just going to set your plate there, and you line this bottom part up with the score mark that you made, the 3/4 inch. And then you're just going to run that through. So you're going to have one handle there, and then we're going to do it again on the other one. So this is what it's going to look like, and I'll show you how to get it straight. All right, do that again with this one. Line it up to the top. Then take this, line that bottom edge to the 3/4 inch. You can do this on your large cut and emboss as well. It works on any cutter. And that is going to be the other handle. Let's get this out of the way. And here is the other handle. So I'm taking my snips and I'm going to go all the way down with it. Didn't cut to that 3/4 inch mark. You want to go right down to the 3/4 inch mark there. And also on this middle one, because we are going to cut the middle part out. So I'm going to cut those. You're going to cut down here to that. I cut this here, and then we're going to cut this piece here off. So I am just going to cut it across here and cut that little thing off there, and that's going to be one of our handles. I'm going to do the same on this one. If it didn't go all the way down to your score mark, make sure it does. Just snip it. This piece here. This one went pretty far. All right, so then we're going to cut this part off here. And then you're going to cut this middle piece off. I'm going to straighten that up a little bit. And just cut that one right across. All right, so I'm going to straighten this one up a little too, because that one didn't go straight here. We'll just clip that little piece off. So there you go. That's it. All right, now I am going to glue these together. So you want to push those back, and I'm going to glue these together like that. And they should line up pretty good. If they don't line up perfect, don't worry about it, as long as they're not off a bunch, because then that would look kind of weird. But you want to line these up here. And if you see anything hanging over, like I have a little piece here hanging over, I'm just going to clip that to be even. And you want to make sure you have some little scissors like this so you can get in there. Now what I think would be better for this is my little, I'm going to do it on here. This little knife would be better to clean up that little edge there. Oh yeah, that's better. You don't even have to worry about this part. It lines up pretty good. It's just, I'm so picky about things. So I like it really nice and clean. But you don't have to worry, you know, be so picky on it. If you did these together, you can get them lined up exactly right, but your stitching's not going to be right. You're going to have stitching on only one side. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But yeah, I think that's much better like that. First thing you're going to do is you're going to adhere this. So I'm going to put Seal Plus. Use something strong. And I think I'm going to like it better this way. I only did one layer. If you don't want to fool with that, you can just do one layer. This Seal Plus. Ooh, sometimes it gets on my nerves. I'm going to add some wet glue there in the center. On this one, I only did one, so I didn't have to fool with cleaning out the inside. But yeah, it's all up to you how you want to do it. I really like the stronger because I can already tell it's going to be stronger for holding on to. All right, so now we're just going to put that on here. And yes, it's definitely stronger, y'all, than the other one. Because on this one, can you see how I can barely hold it? This one, I can definitely hold it up. All right, now let's mat this. I know I spend a lot of time on that handle, but that's an important part. All right, let's use some regular seal. No, let's use wet glue. I got this out here. I'm getting to be more of a wet glue girl than anything. Let's put these on the right way. And this is our designer series paper. This is our regular Regals collection. So it's not any specific, it's just this Regals collection. It has all our colors in it. All of the Regal colors. We have them for every one of our color families. That's the one I used for the crushed curry too, because they're both Regal colors. All right, we're just gonna, these would be cute for like a tea or Mother's Day, anything like that. For a little teacher's gift would be cute. I just was so in the mood for fall. So that's why we're doing a fall project. I hope it's not too early for some of you, because I know some of you are not ready for it. But okay, yeah, I got one more. And the two smaller parts are for the handle part. I like this color. It looks very rich. All right, now we're going to just put these two pieces on. And I can just put one on one side of the handle and one on the other side. Don't fret about the handle, y'all. I know I made it look a little difficult, but golly, it's so worth it. All right. All right, so there is that. We're going to just put this all together. Look at the candy I found. I had this from last year, and I forgot about it. So that's why I didn't use it in the other one, but we're going to use that. It's so cute. It's got like little leaves in there. I'm going to use my Timid Tiger for this one because it just looked fall to me. I'm just going to tie it around here. The little bag just came from my local craft store. So you can get any kind of food safe bag and use that. And we're going to just trim that. And we are going to put our we're going to put this one on first. I did it backwards the first time I did it. So let's get this one through there. This one's a little thicker. I used that basic white one on the other one. And then the Nothing Better Than Fall. Let me cut this. That's much better. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. I think this is such a cute little gift. And then I added the little leaf just at the top here, so it's just sticking out. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue on the end here and add it to just the very top of the Nothing's Better Than tag, just to give it a little bit more of a fall vibe, like that. So there you have it. It's all done. I hope you all like this one. I thought it was so cute, and I've never made a mug before, and so I thought, heck, I'm going to try to make one of those on my own. And yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Here's the other one. Which color do you like better? I think this is very fall. I think they're both very fall, but they're both cute. They would make really cute gifts, wouldn't they? I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwiththemora.com. Have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.